just gone fixed. We have a flight for Armenian from the flight to Kauai.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Coconut Wireless. I hope you guys are indoors and handling these high winds. And I just got a little alert from my radar app that we get moderate rains coming in the next 20 minutes. So let's. All right, let's bring on Uncle Charlie. Charles. Wow, Charles, you got a nice corner of the house, I see. Nice little.
Well, surprise, surprise, surprise. I am not on Kauai. I'm on the island of Oahu, stranded, flights canceled. So I'm at the beautiful Ala Moana Hotel right now for one more day. Hopefully, I can get out tomorrow.
Jeez, this storm is wreaking havoc all over the place. I know that if you have Spectrum, you're probably not watching the show tonight because Spectrum is down in several areas on Kauai. I know my mother-in-law who lives next door has Spectrum, and she doesn't have a TV tonight. So, but yeah, a lot of today was crazy. It was crazy. We had a little bit of rain this morning. Last night we had some major thunderstorms. But I did. I just got the alert from my radar saying moderate rain in my location in the next 20 minutes. So,
Yeah.
and I was just telling Charlie before we came online that this afternoon my power went off 3 times so far, only for a few seconds, and it came right back on. So we're gonna try to see if we can last the show and not lose power. Charlie ain't gonna lose power because he's in the big city, but
Oh, surprisingly, it's been rough today. I mean, especially when you're in a tower and between buildings, the just the pressure alone increases, right? So things were shaking. But I do want to send a shout out to everybody on Kauai as well as who's ever watching from the other islands to check with your airlines because most of the flights have been canceled today. I was supposed to return between 4 and 4:45, and Honolulu Airport was shut down because of lightning strikes, and they will open up later. But tonight, there is a flight for the mainland at Lihui Airport, but there's no flight crew because everybody's stranded on Oahu. There's multiple canceled flights, and I was informed by Visitors Bureau too that the airlines are scrambling to look for rooms on the island of Hawaii in the Kona area because I guess are stranded because of this storm. But for our local residents, please use caution. Um, you know, I'm a small guy. I carry around 300 pounds, and I went next door. As you know, Alamana Hotel has a basically a ramp that leads over to the Alamana Shopping
yeah.
Center, and in that area because it's between the buildings. I nearly fell. I mean, the wind was so hard, and it wasn't
Uh-oh, Charlie's
an
frozen. Oh,
unpleasant. Oh, this was an unpleasant, windy day today. It was very
yeah, and
unpleasant.
it's days like today, though, Charlie. You're not happy that we kind of big guys that it takes a lot of
No,
wind. I feel sorry for the skinny people.
no, but that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
I was getting blown around. I mean,
yeah. So can you imagine
all
the
over the
hundred
place.
pounders walking around on Honolulu right now?
In fact,
Honolulu.
I saw some. I thought that was a small Cessna plane, but that was a lady and her groceries flying past me in Waikiki.
Oh, there we go. Aloha, brother. Robert Ford. Remember Robert Ford, former police officer, Kauai, now living
Yes.
someplace far, 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 far away. Aloha,
Oh,
man.
great.
Thanks for joining us. Brian Ingalls. What's up, my man?
How's Brian doing? Yeah,
Brian is doing good.
good.
Yeah, and I'm not going to speak for him, but I
Yeah.
did have a chance to chat with him, message him a month or maybe a couple months ago now. Arnold Cruz is on. What's up, brother Arnold? There's Brian having a tough recovery. Sorry to hear that, Brian. You know, we continue to pray for you, bro. One of the original
Yeah.
villagers. Um, Continue to pray for you and your Ohana. Melissa wants to know if you're sleeping at the airport. She must have missed the part you said you're at the Alamo Ano Hotel,
No,
which
I'm
is
I'm just Melissa. If that ever happened, I would never hear the end of it from Auntie. So no, we're at the hotel.
is Auntie up there with you?
Yeah,
Oh,
she had her.
nice, nice.
They had a very big meeting today, but and I would like to say thank you to the Hawaii Lodging and Tourism Association for putting on a fantastic safety conference that I was in attendance, and that's why I'm here. I mean, it's for everybody. I mean, it targets our visitors, the visitor industry, but it also addresses issue with our residents and how we can balance because everyone there's those that oppose tourism, and yet we know tourism is an economic driver. So how can we balance it so we can be pleasant to one another, that type of thing. So, and a lot of it is having the ability to keep everybody safe, not only our visiting guests but also our residents. And we had the multitude of security directors throughout the state agencies like Honolulu Police Department, FBI was in attendance, Homeland Security, and just brainstorming. And I gotta tell you, Mayor Blangiardi is a no nonsense guy. It
Yeah, he
looks like
is.
he have his morning coffee when he was addressing the crowd. I mean, some expletives were coming out, and I like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
was an eye opener.
yeah, he's fun to watch. Actually, he's real fun to watch.
Yeah,
Hey, Clarice is on Maui, and Maui is catching cracks. Prayers for Maui, and hey, guys, just be safe. Like Charlie just talked about the safety. Just be safe. No, if you're not, no need to be on the road. Don't be on the road, guys. Get so much trees falling. And what's up, Rosie? And Melissa is saying to order room service. Order some Snickers. Order
well,
some Snickers. I bet you know more Snickers right now because you know more your stash. Oh my god. Oh my
hey, I
god.
gotta tell you something. Sometime, and I'm kind of going off of the beaten path here, but I'm starting to love my salads, and I didn't know there's a place downstairs. I don't know if anybody on Oahu remember up in Kaimuki, up on Wailai Avenue, next to the kimchi restaurant, and Jimmy Chun and his the late brother, he passed away, owner, his dad. But next door they had this place called Cafe Laufer, and they got the best Chinese chicken salad. Well, anyway, Cyrus Gu and his team relocated here at the Alamoana Hotel. So the wife and I went down, and I had some salad, and it's still good. It's still the best, but he changed it up a little. And for those of you that don't like salads, try putting slivered almonds into your salads. I went off. I went off, and it wasn't a small salad, but I pounded that thing until when he had the porcelain dish it was served and left.
Is that the one right next to the nail salon or the
Yes.
spa? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like bizarre. You know, you see they're eating, and you see all these athletes,
Yeah.
skimpy drift dressed men and women,
Yeah.
walking in and out of this spa. Is like, wow, I just never seen that before. But I never tried their salads, but we did have Patsy and I when we stayed at Almoana. That's where we eat, and
The breakfast. Huh?
the breakfast is good, and yeah, they get actually get good food over there. They get really really good food.
Well, he used to be at the Kahala Manor before. I believe he was a pastry chef at one time. His pastries are to die
Oh,
for.
the
So right
pastries there
there,
is insane. The pastries
yeah,
there is
homemade
insane.
croissants,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, no, good man. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys get to. What time are you guys leaving tomorrow?
we are slated to come back at 1 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully, keep my fingers crossed. And
Yeah. No, I
and
mean it's supposed to get hard heavy again tonight here.
yeah,
We just gotta wait and see.
but I wanted to say the and as God would have it, I prayed about it. When we were supposed to leave, first it got canceled, but we started to make reservations early in the morning, around 8 o'clock, to cancel flights, and thank you Hawaiian Airlines, no penalty fees, but as Pualani members, I was hoping that they kind of give us a slack here. It's not something that we want to do. The hotel had additional rooms because there is a group coming in. So they said, no, no problem, Mr. and Mrs. Johnny. You're regular. You visit us a lot. So, yep, we got you an additional room night. But part of it is I wasn't feeling right about traversing over the channel with this kind of weather, and I wanted to send out my prayers and condolences to those lives that were lost in that tragic air tragedy over the Potomac. And as a former traffic investigator, I look at figures, I look at numbers. You study physics, you kind of wonder, and it was frightening to see that the air traffic controller had those two images on their radar approaching, and we were always taught that if one vehicle was furthest from the other but was traveling at twice the speed, you're going to end up at a point where you are going to collide. There's no way of missing each other.
Hmm.
And I felt, and this is just Charlie talking. I said, as a helicopter, you can pretty much stop on a dime, right? And it just seemed like uh, one was coming down from the top, one was coming up from the bottom. The top one was making a right turn towards the Reagan airfield, and the bottom one was making a left turn to the Reagan airfield. And it just happened to be at the same point, same elevation, everything, which was, they're reported at about 300 feet, right? So if you have these apps that can track the miles per hour that the airspeed coming into landing, they're already dropping below uh, 250 miles an hour when they're ready to land. So I just kind of wondered. I said, man, it is so tragic that it happened. I mean, very, very scary.
Yeah, it is. It is, and that just goes to show, that tomorrow is never promised, Charlie. I mean,
Yeah,
anything can happen. I mean, those people left
not thinking.
not even thinking, and
And
you
they
know,
attended a really beautiful event, the U.S. That camp, right? The figure skating camp.
figure skating. Yeah,
Yeah, and I
it's
mean,
just
just imagine, the father that was waiting for his wife and the daughter coming back. They were talking about that on on MSNBC, and to get the word like, hey, how come my wife and daughter, they're overdue? I know they were in the air. What happened? That type of thing.
yeah.
So
I
and
I don't know
yes,
how you deal with that. I don't know, and
well,
it's sad.
I will
It's just
tell you
sad.
this. I shared it before. I've been privileged enough to be in tragic situations to lend our services over in Guam. And like I said, the families in Korea, when through interpreters, we had to kind of break the news to them about their family that perished back in '98 when that plane went down at the airport. It it was tough, and you know how emotional Koreans can be. I mean, just the crying and the yelling, and what do you do? I can only say I'm sorry, and I can't do anything else. You mean no matter what you say, we'll never bring the person back, and it's tough.
Yeah, it
It's really
is. It's tough, and that's you know that's probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life was to go inform the next of kin, and I did it just more times than I would like, and that is the most difficult thing, really, to do that, and something like this where you get massive numbers. Those first responders and those people that's gotta go do all of that stuff. I mean, you know, they're going through a lot of trauma as well, and
35-degree waters. They're diving in there, and
yeah,
visibility is poor, and the whole thing is. But I just wanted to again send out my condolences to the families. It's
yeah, yeah, and I'm sure the whole village, the village feels the same way. So yeah, terrible,
yeah,
terrible, terrible.
yep.
So I know Melissa mentioned earlier. I think these comments are scrolling, but she said that you need to take Auntie Steph to Nordstrom's and to Macy's. Um,
Well, Melissa, Uncle didn't have to do that. Auntie was on remote control. She did it herself. Because I know at one point when I woke up, she was gone with a note on my phone. I'm at Macy's.
Oh
So
my God! What is the weather like now over there? Is it the winds? Right now, it's the winds that's causing the damage, and I'm yet with you
it
know
is raining. And earlier today, you ever seen the movie The Fog?
yeah.
Okay, so you remember when it starts rolling in and you can't see behind it? It's just real heavy. Well, it was coming offshore. But at the Ala Moana Hotel, if you're facing towards the Waikiki Prince, you can see part of Waikiki. And then if you look Mauka, you look towards the convention center, all that area. You, I mean, just a block over, you cannot see the buildings. It
Wow.
was that dense. It was that dense. And so tonight, it's howling behind me. If I was just to open the door, crack the door a little bit, but then it starts doing this rattling, banging. I said, no, I don't like to take a chance. The last thing I need is a blown out sliding door. So I said, no, no, I'm going to leave it alone. Yeah.
What floor you guys on? You guys up high or?
We're on the 20th floor.
Oh, great, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the worst thing about being on a 20th floor is like when the power go out and or the fire alarm go and you got to run down 20 flights of stairs, Charlie. That's the hardest thing. That sucks actually.
Well, you're absolutely right. I am one of those lazy Hawaiians. I have no problem walking down, but don't ask me to walk up.
one, one time that we'll never stay at the Pagoda Hotel again because Patsy and I stayed at the Pagoda once, and I forget what floor it was on, 12th, I think,
Yeah.
and the elevator had broke, and that's just it. When they just said, "Oh, so sorry, our elevators are down right now, so you have to use the steps." Like 12 stories. Are you guys serious? Like Charlie, come on, that is insane. And so we ain't gonna climb no 12 flights of stairs. So we jump in a car
Well,
and go drive around.
yeah, when you're in big hotels like this, they have independent backup system, power systems, yeah, generators that's located up on a rooftop. So, you know, you very rarely you gotta worry about stuff like that. But I shouldn't say you shouldn't worry about stuff like because even monkeys fall out of trees, right?
Yeah,
So
that's right.
anything is possible. Anything is possible. Yeah.
So Tyson said Hilo's been nice all day. Yeah, but the reason is because, as Marlise says, Big Island is still waiting for their storm. It is on its way, Marlise. I can promise you, it's creeping closer to you. Oh, Tyson, you have a UH Hilo baseball alumni game tomorrow night in Hilo. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. What do you think, Charlie?
Well, there's a strong possibility. If right now if it's calm, they always say the calm before the storm, and that's what happened when it hit over here. Everything was calm. Everything was still. You knew something was coming. It was just when, and then when it came, it was like somebody forgot to turn it off.
Yeah.
Just keep on coming.
Yeah, it's so funny. We never have as much rain as I thought we would. Um, we did have some, but the winds again. But I guess the rain gonna be tonight. The second, the second phase of this tropical storm, I guess.
Well, on Kauai, the winds are so strong and the rain that part of the security fence around the fuel farm by the airport, and that's a long stretch when you pass UPS and all those areas, right?
Yeah,
Um, Maybe a good section of it just lifted up and down the roof to by air cargo
yeah, yeah.
rip.
Oh boy.
So it's dangerous. It's dangerous. And when you see these news reports when the tornado belts, right? All those states that's in that tornado alley when they get hit, it looks like somebody took a bowling ball and just went roll them right down the center, and you can see the path it cuts.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're fortunate we live on an island, but still yet
That's
water
a,
spout.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Not
hurt
to-
the tornadoes. Very little warning. you get, unlike at least with the hurricanes, you get time to
Yeah.
prepare. But man, on those damn tornadoes, after Iniki, I went up in the airplane to go survey damage, and it was interesting. It looked like it was the path of the tornado. So I think
Hmm.
inside the hurricane get little cyclones that because you could see the path. Some houses were just flattened, and a neighbor's house. My house, for example, my house completely lost the whole roof. Everything went, and the neighbors two sides of me, no damage to the roof. So it's kind of interesting. And maybe
Well,
just
you
because
know what?
I was a bad boy, so I got punished. But I don't.
Well, as you know, I came over to work with you folks post Iniki, but before that was Hurricane Andrew right down in Florida, and we they had us housed up in Miami, and we drive down to Homestead every day, and we had escorts because the place was just decimated, and we got to go up, and when you look at the glades and all those places leading down to the Keys, right? Where do you find like a trawler? You know how big a trawler is, right? Where do you find a trawler that looks like you and there's no evidence that it was pushed in by waves, but you got a trawler that was on the ocean side, now is 5 miles inland, and you don't know how the thing got there.
Yeah, yeah. Again, it's the winds, right? It's just how powerful those storms
Yeah.
are. Today I was coming down Alkini Road, and the police car was blocked the road, and I figured, oh no, probably an accident, but it wasn't. It was one of the telephone poles or power lines. The poles had cracked down a little bit, so they
Yeah.
blocked the road. But the police truck, his little Silverado was there. The cop was outside his car, and probably about 15 yards behind him was the line that goes across Alkini Road, the high voltage line, and flames was shooting across that line. I never seen anything like that before. Like fire
Wow.
was shooting down from one side of the road to the other side in the air, and it was like, what the heck? That's how fires get started. Now I understand when they talk about, that's why
Mhm.
the power company's got to shut down the power when you get these types of winds. And but I'd never seen anything. It was like an arc, like a welding arc.
Right.
It was that bright arcing
Orange.
that
Yeah.
was running right across the line. Like what the heck? And yeah, it's dangerous out there. So yeah, it is dangerous. Oh, Patsy just came on. Hi, Patsy.
Hey, Jesse. How's it?
She
Hey, I do.
it is 11:22 p.m. over there in Austin, Texas.
Wow. Yeah, I do want to say more than ever when we have weather like this, you know, get spare clothes, some medications, whatever, and just keep it in your car, even if you don't have to pull it out, because you'll never know if you'll get stuck on one side of the island and you cannot make it back. At least you got enough, clothing and stuff that if you got to go hunker down at a friend's place or at a hotel, if you're able to get into one or somewhere, right? Uh, Even go sit at the mall and and you just have some place that there's like public restrooms or whatever. At least you have a set of clothing that you can change into. You have your medications because you don't know how long. Like for me, I live in Waimea, right? You ever thought about it? The only bridge leading into Waimea. What if that thing went down? There is no way. And I fear when I go to work and my lovely wife is at home that should something like that ever happen, I will ask somebody take me by boat and take me around. Or I'll ask the Robinsons, can I use your land to cut through? And but again, the Waimea River, especially if it's raining, it's going to be high the water, so there's no way I can get across. But just
Yep.
stuff like that, just be on a safe side.
Yeah,
Appreciate.
good advice. I mean, you never know, and so you always should have a go bag. They call it the go bag, right? You got to have your,
Yeah,
especially BVDs. Make sure you get BVDs or panty, whatever you wear. You can reuse your shorts, you can reuse your T-shirt, but the BVDs kind of got to change.
yeah,
And canned spam. Um, Patsy told me, you better go cook one pot rice and go fry up some spam, and I told her no, I get the small microwavable rice, the 2 minute microwave. But she said, "Hey, baboos, if no more power, no more microwave."
No, Patsy. The thing is, knowing now, you might not have power, but just the thought of you putting it in there and watching it, your mind gonna tell you it's cool, even though it's raw.
And like I told her, it doesn't take much for me. I can eat anything. I'll find something. Get corned beef. I can eat raw corned beef. I can, yeah. I
Yeah,
trust me. I can eat. I'm not too concerned. And
cool.
I never cooked rice probably for 20 years, so I probably screwed it up. So, but no, it's all good. It's all good. And
Yeah, you know the old style of cooking rice, right? You use your finger to measure, right? The first knock.
yes, of course.
I'm gonna say this. That's bulleye. Because
No,
my no, I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Every time I do that with my finger, oh no, rice come out mushy.
yeah, y'all, you get big fingers.
Every time I use my first knuckle, so I said, well, maybe I should use the cuticle of my fingernail. Maybe that's more like it, but that one gonna work.
Capena says BVD is two for 2 days, right? Because you one day one
Yes.
side, and the other side inside out. Oh my goodness, that is Capena. I rather Marlies, I rather eat raw spam than cook spam. Oh, you hardcore.
Oh, you hardcore.
That is hardcore. Whoo! Ooh,
It's almost like eating aki,
yeah,
raw liver.
yeah. No, I cannot. The hell
Oh,
no, no.
I
That's not
gotta
going to
cook
happen.
spam. I'm sorry. I gotta cook.
Yeah, I mean, but if you have to, what you gonna do, right? If
Yeah.
I mean, if no more power, what you gonna do? I got one hibachi outside. I guess I could go fire that up. But my God, hey, ladies and gentlemen, Charlie had his first experience, which is quite surprising actually, the amount he travels. But he had his first experience catching on Uber on Oahu yesterday.
Yes.
What was
Yes.
that today or yesterday? Yesterday, right?
It was Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday.
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 Yeah. Yeah. And I tell you, folks, there are some things that they don't explain to you, but now I understand why. And but it's beautiful. I mean, I was telling you that I was looking for a vehicle, right? Buy another vehicle. It's time to buy another vehicle, and because of the prices. And the Uber that picked me up, I signed up for a Premier, and I made reservations on it. And so I rode in this brand new Lexus SUV, and I didn't know it wasn't that expensive, and it was comfortable. I felt like I was floating on air, and the screen in the car, for your road maps and all that. The screen that bucket one looked like on 17-inch TV on his dashboard. It was so big. But, you see everything. But it was an experience. It's quick. You can. I elected to give the driver because he was so kind, and the traffic was just gridlock, and but he was so kind, and I elected to give him cash instead of putting his gratuity on the credit card. But you can if you don't want to, you know, um, if you don't want to come in contact, you just leave everything on the card. But it's like door to door service. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
That's the only way to go. I mean, it's the only way to go. And if you're like me, you get the Uber and the Lyft. You run the two and see who get the better rate. Um, but the car makes all the difference, right? So yeah, no tell Patsy, but I bought one Lexus SUV today. No tell Patsy though. I don't think she's on. She probably went back to sleep already, but she's gonna be so surprised.
Is that a? Did you buy it brand new?
I'm waiting for her to comment, but she must have went fall asleep. Melissa said she would eat raw spam before Vienna sausage. Charlie, what?
Well,
Melissa, that is gnarly. I can, Vienna sausage right out of the can is oh no,
but you
it is.
remember growing up, what your dad would do? He'd take that can, pop them open, and put them right on a stove like that. Juices and all flying out of the can, heating them up, right in its own juices.
Mm.
My dad used to do, and then he would take them out, and you know how you fold one slice of bread, and he'll just put mayonnaise right down the middle and just stuck the Vienna sausage and make them like a burrito.
That's exactly how I eat them. Patsy is my witness. That is the best. Hey, Brian. Brian says he gets rejected sometimes because of the wheelchair. Obviously, that
Yeah.
whoever that person rejected you should not be driving for rideshare. But when you requesting your Uber or your Lyft, you make sure you put in there an accessible car, um, and they will make sure they send a car that is accessible.
Hmm.
And if not, report them, turn them in. Seriously. Uh, Capena says you drink the juice first from the can. You open up the Vienna sausage can and you drink the juice. Yeah. Look at
I,
Laurel.
I,
Laurel
I
is
will
throwing
say,
up. She's throwing up, man. She's just throwing up.
I will say with Uber, and this is maybe some of you out there that haven't tried it, just be aware. Um, there are a lot of Asian Uber drivers on Oahu because like taxis, right?
Mhm.
But for some reason, everybody's name seems to be Dennis. I don't know why. Because they told me, unfortunately, your ride will not be here. You have the option of opting out, or if you want another. So I said, okay, I want another one. And he came with this SUV, and I was happy because I get premier rating, right?
Yeah.
And his name was Dennis.
That
So
is
I said,
two
I get
Dennises in the same
this.
day. That's amazing.
Yeah,
So now that you are Vaughn's talking about Uber Eats, now that you're an Uber guy, you can
yeah.
actually use Uber Eats, which is if you join
You
Uber
gotta
One,
you gotta teach me how to use that because
I
I
will.
see
I will.
it says pick up and get some with delivery. I
Yeah.
don't know what it's saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you go to the Uber Eats section, get all the like you on Oahu right now, you could do them. You go in there and get Honolulu. Kauai is very limited, but it still works when your wife is not here and you got to eat. But when you're on Oahu,
I've seen the distance. Like some going to say 60 minutes to deliver because
yeah,
it's way
yeah,
out in
yeah,
Illimani, that kind of stuff. So you
yeah,
got to read the fine print, gang. You got to read the fine print before you start touching that. That crosshairs when you're going to order something.
and make sure. I mean, this happened to me one time. They brought, and in fact, it was on Oahu. It was on Oahu, and I can't remember what we ordered, Patsy. If you're there, remind me. But they never bring utensils. They never send utensils.
Hmm.
Yeah, the guy never bring utensils, and I had to go down to the gift shop, Ala Moana, and buy one whole box of forks for $8, I think, so I could get two forks so Patsy and I could eat. And so I, of course, they say, oh, you have to request utensils. Like, who the hell gonna sell food and not utensils? So make sure when you before you hit that submit button, make sure you in the comments or whatever you say I need utensils. Capena is making me so hungry. Eat the middle sausage from the Savannah sausage can. Eat the middle. Take the middle one out. Eat that. Fill them up with ketchup and, sorry, yeah, ketchup. I'm gonna do that tonight.
Okay,
I'm gonna
which
tell.
I never travel without you go to like where they sell paper plates and all that.
Hmm.
Now they got those uh I don't know what they call them, but it's kind of earth friendly bamboo chopsticks, right?
Yeah.
I would whole pack for like $3.
Right.
I never leave home without them because I use them as my utensils. Or if I walking down Kalihi, I get an attack. I get one tool for stab with my chopstick.
Yeah.
Or you use them as one torch when that thing get light, and you just light them, and you walk around with a bamboo torch. Multi-use. If my fingers get cramped and I gotta dig my nose, I get on chopstick. I can do that too. It can be,
Oh, there we go. Now we're getting creative. Now we're getting creative.
but just make sure you don't fall asleep and whack your head and the bug will go all the way up to your brain. You don't like stuff like that. So
Yeah. Melissa says they have Lyft, but they don't have drivers. They gotta wait forever. They don't have Uber. That's bad.
yeah.
Instacart is another one that is awesome. Patty's
Hmm.
weekend delivery, Uber Eats. I love Uber Eats. I like Uber Eats better than DoorDash, and simply because you rack up points in your Uber account. So that's the way to go. But I tell you, if you are, because especially in Oahu, Charlie, the traffic, parking, and if you're in Ala Moana Hotel, really, I mean, I guess you could walk to Ala Moana Shopping Center, but if you're not going to one restaurant or, there's nothing really close by except for Ala Moana Center, right? If you
No,
think
right
about it.
upstairs got Signature Steakhouse.
Oh yeah, at the hotel. But if you wanted to go get some oxtail soup or some zippies, yeah, you gotta. So that's why Uber Eats is so wonderful. In fact, that's what we
Mhm.
got. I think, in fact, if I'm not mistaken, when we ordered the damn thing without utensils was might have been soup. I don't know.
You ever heard of this service called Tiffany's?
Mm-mm.
Tiffany's. Yeah. See, my daughter is Tiffany, and then when the mother is hungry, she will call our daughter up, Tiffany, who lives right up the road, and she'll bring down the zip pack for us.
Uh, that is cool. Zippies, you know, that was a staple here, especially when I was a cop. That was 24 hours, right there in Waipoli, and that was where we went at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Eat our dinner, drink our coffee, and then when it went away, man, it was like you get withdrawals for a little while, and it's 30 years later now, and we go to Zippy's on Oahu, and the zip pack tastes the same, their chili tastes the same, everything tastes the same. By the way, uh, Pat's, I came home not this past Monday, but the Monday before,
Mhm.
and I stopped at Long's because I needed to get food. And I had to pick up slippers because I left my slippers in Texas. So I went to the frozen food section and they have Zippy's chili,
The
frozen.
beanless, the
They had
beanless
two.
one.
They had two, but why in the hell would you eat chili without beans? I mean, you need the beans. That's what makes it chili. But I bought it. I brought them home, microwave them with the microwavable rice, the little pack of rice, and Charlie tastes just like the Zippy's chili. Well, it is,
This is
but I mean, it's
this is
frozen.
what you gotta try. So you gotta get, the Uncle Louis Portuguese sausage, the one, the red
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
You cut that up first in your pot and you stir them until the outside get a little bit coggy, a little bit on the black side. Then your microwave chili, you throw them inside and mix them all together. And you put that over one pot rice. And
Yeah.
just be prepared that when you pow, you're gonna sleep and just leave everything clean on the next day. You ain't gonna move, I guarantee it.
Vaughn is flying to DC tomorrow. He's a little nervous, but as Laurel says, and I agree with Laurel 100%, the safest time to fly is after a disaster because everybody going to sharpen the skills tomorrow. I mean, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, Vaughn. You'll be fine. That is awesome. Sorry, because I'm going through the comments. When I look to the side, it's because I'm going through these comments because it's so many. And I appreciate the comments. Keep them coming. But Bobby Ford says the chili and rice was the bestest. Yeah, you just get pow on call and you get to Zippy's and you order one nice chili rice.
But bro, don't forget now, chili rice, you still gotta mix that mac salad inside of chili.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, for some reason it just completes it.
Well, back in the day, I I never saw anybody put mayonnaise on the chili.
in stew. In stew, right?
You know, um, or stew. We just never did, and it was only we went to a family party, and this was a long time ago. And my cousin from Honolulu had thrown a mayonnaise on the chili. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Because Portuguese, it's everything is ketchup on everything. Like Capena said, Portuguese sauce. I mean, a Vienna sausage, whatever. But they had throw mayonnaise, and he said, wow, you got to try them. So it's kind of the same thought where you throw a mac salad inside because you get that mayonnaise taste, but now it's you gotta have mayonnaise. Now I curious on our viewers on how many of you guys put mayonnaise on your stew or your chili. I know we get some Portuguese on this tonight, so I just curious how many of you guys put mayonnaise instead of ketchup, or maybe you put both. I
brother. Let me tell you this. Okay, growing up, and I'm gonna use this in relation to what you just said. My father was the type was, boy, you Kanaka, you gonna learn to swim whether you like it or not. Grab you and just throw you off the Waikiki wall. Swim, even though you see screaming, swim, right? So as I'm growing up, to me, everything had to be partitioned. The rice couldn't have any chili touching the rice, and and my mac salad. And my father used to get so irritated with me. Go, give me that damn plate, and he just mash them up together. Now eat the damn thing. That's when I started to appreciate the fact that, hey, sooner or later it's gonna go in your opu and mix around anyway. So do it now.
So you were one of those that couldn't have the food touch each other.
No good. No can. No.
Wow. Till today.
No.
No.
Because the way my father would teach me, he
Oh,
just would say,
okay.
give me that damn good. My father was a loving guy. I mean, I exaggerate, but my father wouldn't hurt a fly. But my father was pure Hawaiian. And the thing about it is, he was one of those Hawaiians that when he grew up, he couldn't stand poi. And he was raised Lapa Hoi Hoi, right? Every time we go luau, we got to bring musubi for him. That was my daddy. God
That
rest
is
his
that is
soul.
that is amazing. I still get one girl in our office that cannot let the food touch each other. That is like that kind of baffles me. But Capena
Brother, it was
says
only.
chicken noodle soup with mayonnaise.
No, no, daddy's taking it to a whole new level.
Vaughn, I am going to try this tonight. I'm going to try this tonight. Peanut butter jelly and mayo sandwich. I am going to try that. I
Yeah.
can. I can actually do that tonight. I never tried it.
Oh,
Um,
my goodness.
Marlise says on her stew, but not her chili. Susan says nothing. Susan Pereira, not even ketchup. Wow. Julie, Tabasco and shoyu. Yeah, nice, nice.
Well, I learned from living on Maui and, like the little camps, right? So you learn from the guys who work in the pineapple fields. It's always pineapple and rice, right? You mix the pineapple and rice. Yeah, I get it. I tried it. My late father-in-law, he was a Luna up at Maui Land and Pine. Boy, learn to eat. You gonna come in his family, you learn to eat pineapple rice. And so that's what I learned. But then when I started to see the kids eating patis with mango, I
Mm.
said, okay, that I gotta get used to too. I've acquired the taste, but I'm still not 100% fan of it.
Yeah, the patis.
I acquired the taste, yeah.
There's a very few dishes that patis can improve.
Yeah.
That thing is like, whoa. I can't. It's raw egg and oil, and I can't, I can't get that out of my mind.
Okay, so
Mayonnaise is so good. Mm.
so mayonnaise is raw egg and oil, right?
Yeah.
I learned from this guy Bert Freeland. He was an emergency responder with us on Maui. What he used to do is, akuli.
Hmm.
He would cover them with mayonnaise and he fry them like that.
Mm.
And the fish would be crispy but moist and have a good flavor. Instead
Wow.
of just dropping the fish in oil, he would coat them
Oh,
in mayonnaise.
I never tried that. I know Patsy bakes her salmon and some of the other fish. When she bakes it, she bakes them in with the mayonnaise and aluminum foil. But akule,
Keep
I've
them.
never had akule aside from being fried, just fried. Wow. I getting to really like this show, but it's making me get very, very hungry. Um, I can promise you, I might have to do one video of me making my peanut butter jelly and mayo sandwich. I think that mayonnaise too, and Melissa talked about no more best foods in where she lives.
She get
Um,
helmets or crafts, huh?
yeah,
Jazz.
like no, I
Yeah.
just said Patsy had buy, and Patsy's she's a discount shopper, right? And I can see for some of the stuff, but mayonnaise, you cannot
No.
have. You gotta have best foods. You gotta have best foods. Now in Texas, in the big store that's by Nikki's house, I had to go one day for go pick up some stuff, and there was no best foods, but they had that Hellman garbage, and it's
Sweet,
not
huh?
this. It is not the
Yeah.
damn same. I it's terrible.
No, it's just like you go to mainland houses and you know when they have sashimi. So you see the mustard and go, oh, right on, mustard. You think that's Chinese mustard. No, it's French's. And you dip the thing and you go, what is this? You know, ugh. But
Yeah. Okay. Great. I love this. Fried akuli with miso paste in the belly. That
oh, that's
sounds
like
good.
miso yaki. Yeah,
Yeah.
miso yaki.
That sounds good. Hellman's is the same things. You know that they make them look alike. The colors, the label. So maybe it's psychological that I think it tastes different. But please tell me that it's the same. Then I'm gonna be okay.
You got to look at the best foods now. For some reason, if you look at them, you know, and go on sale, try to look at the bottom. And I just noticed this maybe the last couple of times I had to buy mayonnaise. When you open the top, it's white, right? But before you open them, you look at the bottom, you swear the bugger is gray.
No, that's no good. That's something wrong with that one, Charlie. You got to put that one back.
Yeah. Yeah, but the whole shelf stay gray. So something wrong with the whole shelf.
Yeah, that's not good, man. That is just not good. Hey, the Japanese QP mail, that one's good too. The Japanese mail in the kind of
Mm.
interesting bottle. It's a little
Yeah.
soft, more pliable. Yeah, that is good. That is definitely good. In fact, I think we might have some in the fridge. If we have that, I'm going to use that instead of the Hellman's for my peanut butter jelly sandwich tonight.
You know, last time the missus got so mad at me. I watched so much of these shows on YouTube, like in the izakayas, you know, all of that in Japan, right? So every Japanese restaurant, they take the bowl, they take the hot water, they put them in a bowl, right? They get the bowl hot, and they cook the noodles separately, right? They put them
Yeah.
in, they put everything in. But every time they dunk the bowl, they make the bowl hot, and they take like that, right? Because they can do them in the restaurant, they get a drain go down. Well, me and like on Doro, I say do that. I just flick them, and my wife come in the kitchen. She goes, "Why is this damn floor all wet?" I needed the
Uh,
feel like I was in Japan doing it. You know what I mean?
I actually had salmon the other night. Yeah, two packs salmon. Because I gotta cook now, right? It's like whoa. But the salmon, when you make them yourself, so ono, so ono.
And you know, you cannot have Simon without good barbecue sticks, right? But how many of us can stay awake charcoal barbecue? All you do, you take your span, come around barbecue cubes, put them
Yeah,
on the skewer, and you make that bugger. You fry that bugger crunchy, and
yeah.
ooh,
It's oshoyu sugar with Vienna
hot dog
sausage.
or hot dog,
That,
yeah,
yeah, that hot dog, crazy. Gotta be the red hot dog though. Gotta be the red hot dog.
redondo.
Melissa is being Melissa wants is a poll: cream of wheat or cream of oatmeal.
I'm sorry, you talking to somebody in a French toast or loco moco. None of that cream of stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, Melissa.
Yeah, sorry, sweetheart.
Yeah, I'll go back to the raw spam. I'll go back to the raw spam. No, that. Although I gotta say, the oatmeal, not cream of oatmeal though. I mean, not cream of wheat or whatever, but the oatmeal at Starbucks, Charlie, not bad. It is not
Oh,
bad. It's kind of
yeah,
interesting. Yeah, yeah. Cream. Okay, cream of mushroom now, Charlie. Cream of mushroom.
yeah.
I guess growing up, now I know why, because we never really have a lot of money. So we had a lot of cream of mushroom with hamburger or whatever. We had cream of mushroom a lot actually. And I can eat cream of mushroom, but the cream of wheat, no, sorry. No, just
Well, you
cannot.
know, to add in a little spice instead of using salt in your hamburger or your pork chops, when you fry that on the side and you're making your cream of mushroom, put in a couple dashes of shoyu and oyster sauce and a little
Mm,
stick of butter inside there, and you mix them all together, and you drizzle that butter right over your pork chops.
yeah, yeah. Bonds, only Krispy Kreme. Only Leah cream puffs. I'm with you, bro. That is it. That's the only cream I get in.
Yeah,
And yes, Marlies, the oatmeal at McDonald's is actually good. It is actually good. It is good.
which one is that?
There's the McDonald's oatmeal.
Oh yeah.
I think they all. I think everybody get them from the same place, and they just
I never
change it.
used to like yogurt, but if you just start learning, like if your taste buds say, this fruit can match with this, it's actually good. And so I've been eating a lot of pineapples lately. I just love pineapples. But they don't. Not too many places have sugarloaf. And then I wonder why I've been getting ulcers all this time. It's because my stomach, from high acid intake from these pineapples, is like, whew. But you eat pineapple with your yogurt, perfect. Mm. And a little honey.
You talking about the regular yogurt, the yogurt, or the
The Greek,
TCBY yogurt?
like in Greek yogurt.
Oh
Yeah,
my God, Charlie, I am shocked.
yeah.
That I cannot eat that stuff.
That's the one
Hey,
you use for that's the one you use for wax your car. That yogurt, that one.
yeah, that's about all it's good for. I cannot eat that stuff. There is a restaurant in Honolulu. You might want to go there tomorrow. You've probably already been there, Charlie. But now, because you mentioned yogurt, there's that restaurant called Yogurt Story. You ever
Okay.
heard of that?
Is this the one up on Pecoy?
No, it's the old Licky Licky.
Yeah, Pecoy.
No,
Oh,
Licky Licky.
Keomoku.
Yeah,
The
Kemoku.
Licky Licky Drive-In. Yes,
Yeah,
Keomoku.
The old Licky Licky got sold, and these people bought it. And it's called Yogurt Story. So when you hear that, you think it's a yogurt shop, but the that restaurant is actually better than Licky Licky.
Hmm.
Charlie, you would love it. Their menu selection is incredible. I like their pork fried rice, but they get one dish called the Fat Pig, and it's fried rice with pork sausage and pork bacon and pork everything. I mean, it's like a very unhealthy place to eat. But Charlie,
Lucky Straub and Queens is nearby.
okay, now, okay. Sorry, because I went back to this comments, and let me just catch up
Yeah.
with some of this. Peter has toast with lilikoi butter every morning. Yes, Joanne, because you
Yes.
make the lilikoi butter. And for those of you that don't know, Joanne Bruin makes the best lilikoi butter. And
She's
I
on the
know
Big
that from,
Island.
yeah, she moved to the big island. Blah.
She's on the Big Island.
But the lilikoi butter, Charlie, is insane.
No,
Insane.
before they left, they gave me some, and I am for
Actually,
eternally
I think they
grateful
gave both of
for
us.
that.
Yeah, they gave both of us because they're
Yeah,
also part of the original village. So we appreciate you guys.
yeah.
We miss you guys, by the way. Strawberries and honey. I like honey. I'm not a real fan of strawberries. Probably if you put them together, maybe I could
You
do
know
it.
how I started to learn to eat strawberries, brother? Because I see all the fancy Caucasians. They take the strawberry, they dip them in, what is that, sour
Chocolate.
cream? No,
Oh,
sour
oh
cream,
God, no.
and then they roll them in brown sugar and they eat them like that.
Okay, this one is another hard no for me.
Okay.
I cannot. Cottage cheese? That it just doesn't even look good. That looks terrible, actually. But anyway,
Cottage cheese looks spoiled because it looks curdled. Yeah,
well, because it is, Charlie.
it is curdled.
It is rotten. It is rotten cheese. That's what it is. Mel and Charlie, maybe a future show could be mukbang. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Froyo. I think that Froyos are yogurt. That's like TCBY yogurt. I think I could take that. Hey, brother Mel, what is going on Kauai? Anything we're talking about? Kauai is the same as the day you left, Robert. More traffic. Everything else is the same. Ube pancakes. That's you like pancakes, Charlie.
But not ube.
You gotta try
Sorry.
it. You gotta try it at Ube Pancakes at Yogurt Story. I'm telling
Okay,
you.
so for you folks on the outer islands, and when you get onto Oahu, you need to go down to um, Kailua, and you got to eat at Boots and Kimos because they originally started on Maui. Like Leilani's and all those places like that. That's the home of that. It's like one coconut syrup for your pancakes, but actually, if you're too lazy to make your own, just take vanilla ice cream. Let that bugger melt, and whatever you get, that's the one you pour on your pancakes. That's what tastes like melted ice cream. That is Boots and Kimos. Yep.
I'm telling you, the ube, they come with the ube syrup. It's purple. It's Charlie. Look like
Yeah.
one cake. Yeah, you're gonna like them. You're gonna like that. Joanne, if you're gonna send some over here, we will pay you for that lilikoi butter. We can take orders here. If you guys like lilikoi butter, message Joanne Brune. It's worth it. That is, I just, we don't have any right now because that would have overtaken the mayonnaise, peanut butter, and jelly tonight. It would have been just lilikoi on soda crackers, lilikoi butter on the soda crackers, and that would be.
You know what's another thing too I love, but I need somebody standing by in case they gotta perform the Heimlich maneuver on me, and that is boba.
Oh, you like that?
Okay, when you suck that bugger, sometimes I'm so greedy I forget the bugger gets stuck right in my windpipe. I looking for help. So I end up going over the chair and just wrapping myself a couple of times for bring them up. But if there's anybody out there that got a good boba recipe, please let me know.
You must
I
really
just love
love.
boba.
You must really love boba. You
Yep,
must really love boba.
yep.
I know we're running out of time, but let me finish with this story because the boba story just had triggered this story. So we go. This is many years ago. I was still new in politics, and I went to a dinner on Oahu. And it was I had to go meet with some people. Anyway, they had this guy from Japan. I may have told you this story, Charlie. So I apologize if I'm repeating this, but there was this developer from Japan that was there, and he'd flown in, and so we sat on this big table, and next to him, you get two medics. So like he has, you know how most people have security guys, security guards, if you want celebrity or whatever. Well, this guy flies wherever he flies, and he brings these two medics. So I asked the guy that I was with. I said, why get medics? I mean, like, does this guy travel with medics? Yeah, because he's allergic to shellfish, but
Oh,
he loves crab. So he gonna eat the crab. He gonna get his reaction, and then the medics gonna take care of him. That's crazy, Charlie. That's like stupid. But his love for
it's like you taking hot drugs and you get somebody standing by with your Narcan just to wake you
yeah,
up. That,
yeah, it's
yeah.
like crazy. It's crazy. Joanne Brune does ship to other islands, folks. So if you guys take my word, shoot her a message. You will not regret it. And just
Oh
start off
dear.
with the regular lilikoi butter. She get all these other flavors, but yeah.
Ah.
Uncle's Eatery corned beef hash, the best. Oh yes. Now I'm so damn hungry right now. Uh, so where you guys going tonight, Charlie? You guys going night clubbing, or you guys going to hit the town,
No,
paint the town red, or dancing, karaoke, or
no. We just, when you reach Kupuna, when you get your AARP benefits, there's so many good stuff on TV now. Hallmark channels. I'm a news buff. I just try to keep up with the news. I think, the days of when you travel a lot, you come to Oahu, you gotta go visit. You gotta go up to Leonard's. You gotta go Gyotako, eat your Japanese food or someplace like that, right? But it's like there's this new place right next to Macy's on the second level, and it's like a food court, but again, all Japanese food, Asian food. Like so, yesterday when we came back to the room, we had pokash, manapua. We had that. We had chow fan. We had look fan with the shrimp inside and the sweet soyu. We had all of that, and it reminded me back when I was a small kid growing up in Chinatown on
mm.
Oahu. It's over here now, so I know if I need my dim sum fix, that's the place to go right there.
I love dim sum. I love dim sum.
And sometimes I get friends come over and say, "We need dim sum." Okay, so me, I like steam spare ribs. But the one thing people not can handle is when they bring them to you and the lady go, "Ah, you like this?" I go, "Yeah, just give me this. I'm not gonna eat them." But man, when I put that chicken feet right in front of my friends, they go, "It looks like toenails. What is that?" I tell them, "Good. Just nibble around and and they're eating them and it's just the comments, like first time they goes, "Oh my goodness, that thing is gelatinous." in the cartilage between the toes.
You mean they actually they try it? You mean?
Yeah,
I give them
because
credit.
there's a good sauce. But the thing is, they said what throws him off is that toenail. I said,
Yeah.
no, you save that because when the food gets stuck in your teeth, that's when you dig them out. Use it as a
Oh my
toothpick.
God. Yeah. Oh. Oh my God. Oh well.
You just imagine where that chicken was walking around one day, yeah?
That's all I think about.
Just like
Because
oxtail, swatting those flies. But
well,
it's not.
but
It's not
oxtail
oxtail.
is I can eat oxtail. I just cannot eat
Yeah.
chicken feet. Oxtail is yeah, it's far away from the body.
What
You
about
know.
what about beef tongue? You like
No,
beef tongue?
no, no. Why?
Oh, when you
No.
buy them in a supermarket, you go to that like an old time supermarket, and the bugger just looking at you like this.
Yeah, and get all the little lumps. Nikki's boyfriend, they love tongue. They love tongue. They eat that stuff. I cannot. Sorry. I just
No,
cannot. No.
if you make tongue like asobuco, right?
No. No.
You eat them like that. You would never. You wouldn't. You would think that's filet mignon when you eat
No, I
it.
would not think it's filet mignon. No. I just sorry.
But the
Because you see,
the
get the cow is 1,000 pounds.
yeah.
You get
Why you gotta settle for the tongue, right? That's what you
correct
would tell.
tongue or the guts or the balls, any of that stuff. Why? You get enough meat on that animal that you don't need to resort to the innards and the intestines. Even the tail, the oxtail, it's a tail. It's not inside. It's not.
No,
No.
but one thing you're missing out is the tongue is prepared correctly. When you chew that bugger, you're gonna feel something touching the side of your cheeks inside your mouth. That's one thing about tongue.
Nina says, yuck. That's. I agree. I agree. Oh, Marlies. My grandson loves the balls. No, 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 no. It's so gross. I'll take a Beyond Burger. Oh my God!
You
Look
you
now,
can
now. I
you
love.
can tell when somebody eating mountain oysters, right? The balls.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'll tell my friend, how come you eat that? You look like you enjoying it, but you look like you cringing. Why? He says, just the thought. It must be painful when I chew that thing. I said, don't think of it that way.
yeah. Well, it's hard not to. I mean, it's like crazy. Turkey tail, I can't. It's too fatty. Yeah, it's just again when you think about it, where it came from. Mm-mm. No, like I said, there's even on a little turkey, there's
Yeah.
more than enough meat around that bird that you don't got to go and take any of their
You, you,
genitalia. Yeah, no.
you remember when our dear Melissa said that she went to a store and they had not a strike, but they had shortage of chicken legs. You remember? She told us about that one time.
Yeah,
A shortage of chicken legs. So I was thinking, hey, there's not too many one-legged chickens you see walking around.
well, I tell you, with the amount of chickens we get on Kauai, if you wanted to go into business and just sell chicken feet,
Yeah.
you would make money. You would make money. I don't know how that had become. You know, people say, "Oh, it's a delicacy." They're like, I don't know how does that come a delicacy though. Somebody got to
Right.
actually go,
The chicken feet.
yeah, anywhere, any of those things.
It,
Tongue.
it back in the days of the peasant food. That's what they had, and it was considered, you know. And oh, I get housekeeping. Thank you. I get housekeeping.
Oh, I get my own housekeeping.
But
Well,
a lot of things, it was delicacy, just like the Hawaiians eat the liver, right? You get all the best part of the fish. Why you gonna eat the liver or the cow's liver? But it's just a delicacy. They learn. It's just like pate, right? You get this
yeah,
thing and you mash them up, and then you spread that thing. I mean, it looks like chalkboard eraser. You know what I mean? You just like you
yeah,
spread them on and you eat them like that. I mean, and one thing I did learn growing up. My mom used to love fondues. You ever heard of fondue?
hmm
Okay, so the right way would be you make your cheese concoction, right? And you take pieces of bread, But you also they have the other one where you put the pieces of meat or shrimp and you put them in the oil. That's where I learned you got to let the food cool down before you put them in your mouth. If you take them right out of the hot oil, guarantee your lip can stuck to it and fuck the thing was cooking on. Then that's why when you talk, you whistle all the time because your lip can have a perfect canal right on the corner of your mouth. Yeah.
All right, last one for the night. Frog legs. Frog. She says, "What about frog?" I don't know about the frog part. I know that the frog legs.
I
Uh,
learned to eat frog legs from Kauai
yes,
in
we. I mean,
Kilauea.
that was.
In
We grew up on
Kilauea.
frog legs. We grew up on, and we had the best fun going up the Wailu River with my uncle at night in the
Yep.
dark. Shoot the spotlight. Check the frogs would be right there. We just reach in, grab them, and bring them to my grandma's house. Remove the legs. I'm not going to explain how, but we remove the legs, throw them in a wok, and it tastes just like chicken.
Chicken.
Yeah.
No, your grandpa them used to blind the frog. I said I catch them and they blind them with the spotlight.
The spotlight blind them, right? So the spotlight, they had a big, the kind of Melka spotlight, and then he would just hit them in the bush, and then we would go in and grab them, and
But
yeah.
nowadays it's almost impossible to catch frogs. You know why? Yeah? We went down 2 weeks ago. Went down to Kilauea to look for catch frogs. We shined the light, then I noticed each frog had like a pair of dark glasses on. That's why we couldn't catch them.
Jesus. Good
Oh,
fun,
this is
man.
really
I can tell you, Charlie, reminiscing is always good fun, man. When we talk about the old days and what our kids never really get to experience a lot of the things we did. So, it's
yeah.
therapy for me and I think for a lot of our viewers to talk about what we did before and probably cannot die. But if you go out and go catch one frog, you probably get sued by, some environmental group, but
You
whatever.
know Kauai, brother? Kauai taught me a lot. You know, being born and raised on Oahu. First time I ate namako was on Kauai. The sea cucumber.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's a way of preparing it, and I tell you that the Sunada family from Wailua, they're the, I mean Kilauea, um, they're the ones that kind of went teach me how to eat like namako and that kind of stuff. That's why I learned to, when you go night fishing,
Hmm.
they used to always bring this look like one Coke bottle. And I said, "What is that inside?" They says, "Oh, vegetable oil." And I never know. I couldn't understand what it was for. And so they get the gas lantern on this harness and the things above your head, and they
Yeah,
walk.
yeah.
Well, they take this bottle and get pukas on top, and they just sprinkle the oil on the water. And what it does, it flattens the water out, the oil,
Mhm.
so they can,
Crazy how that thing.
yeah.
It's
But that's
crazy.
where I learned everything on Kauai. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not thinking that years later my roots would be back on Kauai, where
Well, we're
our
glad you're back. We're glad you're back, and Kauai is a great place. It's
yeah.
my favorite island, and yeah. So we'll do it again. We'll do the reminiscing again,
Oh yeah.
and
And
Charlie, you have safe travels home tomorrow, and
I will. Thank you.
don't forget Uber Eats. Order some dessert and surprise the missus. Get her some nice dim sum, or I don't know.
Well, right now she's on the other side of this camera. Uh, her fingers is turning orange, and you can just imagine she's eating her Cheetos, and she's completely deaf to me because I got her this thing called AirPods or earbud. The earbuds. Now, when she's watching her Chinese or Korean movies on her cell phone, to get her attention, I got a stamp on the floor, and she feels the vibration, and she go, "You calling me?" Because I can be there calling, "Honey, honey." She don't answer. It's only when I pound the floor that she go recognize while I'm trying to get her attention.
Well, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening and to the village. We appreciate you guys. I know it's a stormy night, so stay safe, you guys. and tomorrow as well, because tonight everything gonna pass and gonna get a lot of Opala on the road.
Yeah.
The winds are blowing, so make sure you guys just stay safe. And Charlie, you guys too, man. You guys stay safe
Thank you,
tomorrow,
brother.
and give Auntie Steph a big hug from me, and even though
The
Patsy
village.
not here, give her one from Patsy too.
Yeah, we'll do.
Next week, guys. We'll see you guys again next week. You guys take care, stay safe, God bless, and we love you guys, man. Away ho.
Yeah, love you.